The gift of worship has helped me grow in Christ because it has given me a community, the members of Good Shepherd, the Diocese of El Camino Real, the Anglican Church, through practicing the sacred, through listening to the liturgy, and learning from Linda and Cynthia's sermons. First, I must tell you what the Altar Guild does. They prepare the altar for the priest by setting the chalice, which symbolizes the Christian church, on the corporal in the middle of the altar. The chalice is covered with a burse and a veil, which are colored for the seasons of the liturgy. The Altar Guild fills the candles with oil to give light to the altar. They set out the bread and wine through which transubstantiation and the blessing of the priest become the body and blood of Christ. After the service, the Altar Guild placed the blessed but unconsumed elements back in the tabernacle because they are consecrated. The Altar Guild also washes and irons the linens. These duties have helped me feel closer to God and grow in Christ. To be able to partake in the dressing of the altar and set out the elements for Linda and the parishioners is a meditation on God. Listening to the liturgy every week has promoted the sense of meaning and tradition that I take with me on a weekly basis to digest and remember. Linda and Cynthia's sermons inspire me to be a more thoughtful, mindful, and kind person. I take with me the widow who gave the last of her money to help Christ. And even though it was just a small amount, it was very meaningful because it was all she had. I take with me the parable that the first will be last. I take with me that Abraham offered to sacrifice his son to prove his belief in God. And there are many other examples of liturgy on a weekly basis. Worship creates a sacred which evolves into giving daily living greater meaning. There are 6 members on the Altar Guild: Jerry Mejia, Dottie Fuller, Peggy Mayfield, Ann Albano, Dick Smith, and me. We would all like to thank you for the opportunity to serve the Good Shepherd community.